another sweet red wine. I feel like I've been getting a lot of questions about sweet reds lately, and I thought it would be a great idea for me to try out some more sweet wines and tell you what I think of the wine. This wine that I have for you this week is Festivo's sweet red wine. If the name sounds familiar, it is because a couple weeks ago I featured Festivo's Rosé as a beautiful wine to grab for Valentine's Day. So the winemakers recommend that you serve this wine between 8 to 10 degrees Celsius. So I'm telling you that you can simply just plop this into your deep freeze about half an hour to an hour before you try to serve it, and it should be good to go. It is described as having a bright red color. I guess I'll show you that just now. Characteristic scents with a typical note of grape and ripe fruit. I'll let you know how I feel about that. Sweet taste, it's well-rounded, slightly tannic, which is kind of up my alley. I prefer tannier wines, and it goes well with any kind of dry pastry. So let's get into the fun part, which is the wine tasting. It's described as having a bright red color. I'm gonna bring it close to the camera so you can kind of see what it looks like. I'm obviously gonna swirl it around too, but yeah. So if I had to compare this sweet red wine to the two other sweet reds that I have featured on the series, I would say that it compares more to the Yellowtail Jammy Red Roux, just because it has a little more tannins than the sweet Malbec. And what I mean by that is that it's not as sweet and you get that overpowering sweet sensation that you get with sweet Malbec. It's definitely not as full-bodied as the Yellowtail Jammy Red Roux, and I am a girl that prefers full-bodied wine. So if I had to choose between the two of them, I would choose the Jammy Red Roux. But if you are someone that does not like full-bodied wines, this is a wine for you. It's very light, it's very smooth, it's sweet. Let's get into the wine facts of this wine. It has an alcohol percentage of 10%. It is made in Italy. The sugar content of this wine. So again, this is a sweet wine, so you can expect it to have a higher sugar content than, let's say, a dry wine. I couldn't find the actual sugar content of this wine, but I anticipate that it will be somewhere above 35 grams of sugar per liter. The sweetness description of this wine is sweet, and you can pick this up in Massy or PriceSmart for about $95 to $115. As the winemaker says, you're supposed to pair this with any dry pastry. So what are my thoughts on the wine? I think this is perfect for people who like light wines, red wines, sweet wines. If you're in that category, you're gonna love this, especially if you like lighter wines. I prefer full-bodied wines, so I might skip out on this in comparison to, let's say, the Jammy Red Roux or the sweet Malbec if I want a sweet wine, which is rare. But it's a real nice wine for people who like the sweet wines, the light wines, the red wines. Those people, y'all gonna love this, and you can't go wrong. It's $95 in PriceSmart. So if you've tried this wine, let me know, and see you guys next week for another episode of Wine With Me. Bye guys. That in this glass, like I'm feeling this 10%. Like, I don't know if you could hear it, but my tongue was sounding real heavy, especially like when I reach my third take and my fourth take, and I'm like just sipping, like, oh, wine with me, let's just keep sipping. Oh.